All right, we are live now. So this is Indie Talk with Jesse and Jeryn featuring the mercenary Garrison Creed. So how's it going, Garrison?
I'm doing very well. Finally getting some rest after a long 2 weeks on the road. So it's going very well.
Oh yeah. You've been traveling a lot, and yeah, I saw you a few days ago for DPW, so that was really cool to see. So yeah, but yeah, we'll
It
first
was
start off.
a nice little trip, nice little drive up to Duluth, Minnesota for Discover Pro. And it was a great show too. So that was a great time.
Yeah, it was really awesome. All right. So we'll start off with just how you originally got into watching wrestling and then your early wrestling career.
Uh, I I'm a product of the Monday Night Wars. I got into it. I was on the WCW side of things, so I watched WWE. I liked what they had, but I was like a Hogan, Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior guy. So when they started shifting away from that, I kind of I followed them over to WCW, and that's where I discovered their mid card when they started bringing in guys like Dean Malenko, Chris Jericho, Rey Mysterio, Juventud Guerrera, Psychosis, those kind of guys. So I started watching them, and I was entranced by it. The athleticism, the story, the crazy flip stuff that they were doing. I just got engulfed in it and loved it ever since, and really wanted to do it. Um, Lo and behold, just like most kids who want to be the star quarterback to their favorite football team, realize it's not going to happen. I accepted that as well with professional wrestling. I had no way knowing how to train, where to go, who to call. So I went and did my own thing. I went and joined the service. I served over in multiple combat tours, got my life experiences that way, lived in other countries, came back, got my college degree, working in planning and construction and precast concrete for the longest time. And I stumbled upon a training facility, Shane Hills, the Dojo of Pain, Green Bay, Wisconsin. And it just happened ever since. I just took to it like fish to water.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah. It's definitely everyone. Yeah, WCW era was definitely a time to be a wrestling fan, and especially what they were doing towards the late '90s and all the former WWE guys transitioning to WCW. So yeah, and we had the Scott Hall tribute show on here, and we were talking about Scott Hall's transition from WWE to WCW. Do you have any memories of early Scott Hall?
Just watching the entire thing, watching the him show up in that one Monday Nitro. A couple weeks later, bringing in Kevin Nash, um, thinking the whole thing was just gonna it was gonna get rid of WCW. I was bought and sold. I was like, now I wasn't an NWA. I didn't want that. I'm like, no, you just bring me my wrestling. I don't want this outsider invasion thing going on. Keep my traditional wrestling. Uh, but now looking back on it, now in remembrance, to see the contributions that Scott Hall had in the industry, uh, I mean, groundbreaking doesn't even start to explain it. Him and Kevin Nash and bringing in Hogan the way they did, and Sean Waltman, they changed the landscape of professional wrestling with those angles. So I mean, with that going on in WCW, and then Triple H and Shawn Michaels and D Generation X kind of doing things over in the WWE side, they just brought the game to a whole different level. They brought in a level of realism that was very much lacking in professional wrestling at the time, and they brought it back, and it flourished, it boomed, it created some amazing highs in the industry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, they did definitely did a lot in that period, and just even within like the few weeks, it was already controversial when they came
Oh,
over.
incredible.
So yeah. All right, I'll let you go, Jesse.
All right. So, what made your decision to leave Minnesota and try Ohio Valley Wrestling, did they contact you or did you have to contact them?
I just it was post COVID. Well, not really post COVID. It was right at the end of the COVID quarantine, so we still are dealing with the pandemic, and Minnesota was still shut down. I never really left Minnesota. I never lived in Minnesota. A lot of people think I did, and I just worked there a lot. So I was trying to find new places to work. Oklahoma started running shows. I flew myself down to Texas, Dallas, Texas, a couple of times. Got some good work there. I got back quite often. I was looking all new, and Ohio Valley Wrestling. They were starting back up. Ohio Valley Wrestling had to get some TV going on, and they had their second combine come up. So I saw it. I'm like, hey, you know what? I got to invest myself. I a larger market. Here's an opportunity. Here's an opportunity to get under the learning branch of Al Snow, and I took it. And when I showed up, it was almost an instantaneous taking to it. I cleaned house with the in the combine and all the events. Ran very much like a college football combine. Just more athleticism, your footwork, how strong you are, how resistant you are, how much gas you got in the tank, things like that. And that's one of the things I pride myself on, my physical fitness and my abilities to be able to do that and go those extra miles and do what most people my age cannot. And then you just open the door and I continue, coming on in. And now I'm a regular part of OVW, and that transition is still continuing to open doors to other places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's super awesome to see a Minnesota guy going down to Ohio and Ohio Valley Wrestling, because that definitely is like a main company, and that's produced some of the greatest wrestlers out there, like John Cena and Batista and Brock Lesnar. So it's just awesome to hear that you're in that territory now. So yeah. And yeah.
Hey, can't forget Coda Jacobs either, Jeryn.
Coda Jacobs, yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's
usually
one that's there.
rears his head down here. I see him around the post once in a while.
Oh man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Coda Jacobs.
Him and his little sign that he carries around.
Oh yeah. He's the, what did he say, the future of wrestling, or the night,
something like that.
I don't know what his sign says now.
Hey,
just a political wrestling dude.
If he wants to see that, I'd say you just got to turn around a little bit, look at the past, see what used to work and what still works, and see what I do in the ring. It's tried and true. You don't have to do any of this crazy new stuff. All you got to do is just go on out there, tell a story, get the people to be invested, and it works. If the formula isn't broken, don't try to fix it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that's one thing that wrestling sometimes misses now, is that they don't slow down enough, and it's just really like a lot of high flying action when you can just go out there, tell a story, and then you'll get over. So as long as they like the character that you're producing, so
that it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Another company that you went down to, you recently became a part of the NWA. How does that feel?
I'm beside myself with that opportunity. Just through a friend, I got an opportunity to go on down and watch the Crockett Cup, meet the locker room, watch the show, be there and witness a little bit of the continuing history of the NWA, probably the foundation of American style wrestling. And instantly it's shaking hands with guys and seeing what was going on. That it was a locker room that I wanted to belong in. It was a production team and an ownership that I wanted to. They were very welcoming. incredibly kind and generous. And the NWA has been a goal for me. That's kind of I kind of put that plan together a while ago. Hey, where do I want my feet to land in, and start working for? What banners would I want to work for? NWA was up there with to be one of them. So I going down there and just simply just enjoying the 2-night pay-per-view. And I started talking around, talking with the locker room, and talking with the guys, helping with facilities and tearing down the ring after the event. And they told me about that they were doing 3 days NWA Power and Power Surge tapings there in Nashville, and they asked some extra work and maybe setting up the ring and such. So me and my new valet Sylvia Faye decided, hey, it's not in the plans. Let's get down here for an extra 3 days and do this. So we put up, just helping with the basic stuff, being kind, helping along, set up and being part of the crew. And after the production meeting, I tapped on the shoulder by one of the agents and said, "Hey, wait, I got your 2." Okay, hold on a second. Let me go get my gear. Wasn't anticipating this. I'm definitely going to jump on board if you want to see what I can do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that definitely is awesome to hear. Yeah. And but yeah, being on the NWA and the history that it's had for just so many years is just awesome to hear, and awesome to hear that you're enjoying it so far. So yeah.
And I'm going to continue working with them. Eventually, hopefully, they lead to a roster spot and a long-term commitment. But it's definitely, as of this point, I see it as a place to invest in, and you can bet your ass that this soldier's going to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I know there's been numerous Minnesota guys that have gone down to OVW, and more specifically Minnesota and Steel Domain. And one Steel Domain guy that went down there was Jay Bradley. Have you seen him down there yet? Or
Yeah, he was there. Well, he's one half of the tag team called the Fixers, and he was there at the Crockett Cup, and he was at the TV taping. So we got to chat a little bit, talk a little Steel Domain, see how they were doing. And he's got that Minnesota legacy there too as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I've been watching Bradley stuff for a while in OVW, and it's cool to see that he's found a success down there. Like hopefully, I know you will find success down there. So I'll put it that way. Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, I'll let you go, Jesse.
All right. So, what do you prefer, singles or tag team wrestling?
I am definitely more of a singles guy. I mean, I'm going out there, I'll do my best in the tag team environment. But I'm definitely more, I just like the dynamics of just a one-on-one, mano-a-mano confrontation. To see, I mean, you can't tell a more basic Wonder story than you can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, you've done pretty good as a singles competitor, and you've been doing it for so many years now. So it's probably just something that's more natural for you right now. So yeah,
it definitely is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Going back to Discover Pro Wrestling. So over the last few days, on the 27th, you were at Discover Pro Wrestling Reduced to Ash, and you faced none other than Skits. How was it facing that guy?
I wasn't exactly sure what to expect. I know he's a preternatural ringmaster / clown gimmick. I was expecting a lot of ha ha, which was there. I also didn't expect him to be as light physically as a person he was. I don't ever see. Nonetheless, I never planned to do it or anything. I never see somebody actually take another body and do a full snatch and clean into a gorilla press person in a professional wrestling before. So that was probably me, part of my own highlight of that match, besides taking his face off. But yeah, that guy's got some talent. Places the crowd can either get behind or get into. He opens to him, and bigger stages as well going forward.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, I was sitting. I got front row treatment there from Eric Nordstrom, who it was really awesome to have that opportunity to be there. And he's an awesome guy.
Yes,
Just meeting him first in person, and yeah, I was right there to get footage of Garrisaon Creed. So yeah,
gotta get that best seat in the house. The only better seat is the referee.
yeah, that's true.
Jeryn, you should become a referee.
I should become a referee. Yeah.
Yeah, you can ref one of Garrison's matches.
I don't know. Yeah. The referee in my match usually becomes a casualty. I don't know if you want to do that.
Oh, yeah. Especially when you get angry with them, you should beat them down. So.
Yeah, they just get in the way.
Yeah. Just looking at the comments here, All Out Pro Wrestling owner P. King says, "Long time no see, Garrisaon."
Oh yeah, it's probably been about 3 years or so pre-COVID that I worked for the promoter Pete King.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. So I didn't know anything about that. So it's awesome to hear that you guys had a relationship there even before COVID, which COVID really ruined everything. So yeah. And then also in the comment section, Stephen Harbick, aka Jackson Black, he's a Tennessee All Pro wrestler. He's just saying sup fellas, and we want to say hello to you and hope the show's going good for you. So
definitely.
I'll go. Yeah. I'll let you go, Jesse.
All right. So once you get a spot on the NWA, do you have any desires to team with Tim Storm? Because when I see Tim Storm and I look at you, I think you guys would I shouldn't say probably, you guys would definitely make a good tag team.
Well, I mean, one foot before the other, my man. Let me secure. Let me put a little bit of work in before that. Actually get that invite to keep coming back the way that I do.
Right.
And as for Tim Storm, I'm not sure where his career is going. I know he's towards the end of it. He's kind of pulled up a commentator role now, but he's also still in ring participating. I mean, if he is on his way out, I mean that's another legacy that we'll no longer be able to witness in the ring live, which is sad. He's amazing
for sure. Yeah,
even still now. As for actually tagging with him, you never know what's going to happen. But I do look forward to having him as a mentor in the locker room to pick his brain and learn from him and just take the little nuances that he's already mastered in his time in the ring and see if I can emulate them myself.
Yeah, I know very little about Tim Storm, but I have heard that he's done great things in NWA and wrestling in general. So yeah, that would definitely be interesting to see and obviously get knowledge from him as he is a veteran. So
he's a former world champ. I mean, he's got lots of knowledge.
Yeah. Looking through the comment sections here, Brandon Herrera first says, "What's up, Champ Creed?" Yeah.
See,
and then he also,
hey there, Brandon.
Yeah.
And he also says between the rope streaming service right there, handling other wrestling news and other such information.
Yeah. Glad you could join us, Brandon. And
hello, Brandon.
I'll go with another thing here. So recently, a couple days ago at MIW, Craven Knight, he posted that he had his last match, and he had also you were the one who had beat him for the Steel the Main title a few months ago. What are your thoughts on Craven Knight stepping away from wrestling?
Um, yeah, it's sad. He's an amazing talent. I think that's a guy that he can have the professional wrestling world in the palm of his hand. Yeah, I understand. He gets in his head a little bit. And thinks so, um, and he just wants to take care of himself, and and not overwork himself either. Uh, Me personally, I don't think it's going to be a permanent walk away from the ring. I do think and hope that he'll get that it. You'll see the Taylor of the Square night.
Yeah.
This is his future endeavors. He does supply some of the best wrestling gear to stars all the way up into AEW. You can see his work there. Like I said, amazing talent in the ring, amazing talent with his gear tailoring. He'll be sorely missed in the ring. We've had some incredible bouts, incredible wars, not just for the Steel Domain Heavyweight Championship, but for the newly reintroduced Northern States Championship a couple back. I really do hope that it's not the last time that I look across the ring. I really hope that he comes back.
Yeah. At first, Craven Knight was probably one of the first guys, such as yourself, that I pretty much saw went wrestling when I got into wrestling, the independent wrestling territory in 2017, and just seeing his work against, I believe I first saw him at Under the Big Top 1 against Ricky Love, and I was like, this guy's definitely got something, and he's at the time I think he had been wrestling for a while, and then now seeing him through the years, just awesome talent, and I really hope he doesn't go away forever, but I guess it makes sense. I mean, he has definitely left a legacy for Minnesota independent wrestling and even just wrestling in general. So
that he has.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, I'll let you go, Jesse.
All right. Favorite Minnesota guy to ever work with?
That I ever worked with?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of a list. I mean, we just talked about Craven Knight. And you want somebody to test me, put me to the test of my limit. That's a guy. I mean, he's just an athletic machine. I can't even say cardio machine because I mean, strength, cardio, you name it, he got it 5 times. Another and more legendary talent in Minnesota would probably be Mitch Paradise. Times too, and he's kind of the ropes a bit very in my career of how manage a crowd, and control a situation. So I gotta take my hat off for Mitch Paradise as well, being one of
And
Mitch Paradise.
King just mentioned that too, that you faced Mitch Paradise for the APW title. Great match, both very professional, Pete said.
And also, speaking of a Garrison and Mitch Paradise match, I believe I think it was 2019 or 2018. I remember you guys did a battle for the Steel Domain Wrestling title, and that was awesome match and worked the crowd very good. So, yeah.
I still remember that match, specifically right here in the ribs and the sternum.
Oh, yeah. Mitch Paradise moves in general, the choke slam and fall away slam don't look pretty when the wrestler who's receiving it gets it. The chops. Oh yeah.
The pause on that giant of a man.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, those chops are pretty insane too. So yeah, yeah. What else? So yeah, I know you mentioned it briefly, but what are your or just talk about your time in the military and what you're comfortable with and how it changed you.
Um, well, if I'm going to be blunt, it helped a young man pull his head out of his ass. Um, Really, I mean, when you take a kid who's 19 years old, um, put him through the ringer to get him in the best physical shape of his life. Um, Not just, I mean, and that's just physical. I mean, you also put him through the ringer mentally to send him on over into possibly the most grueling of situations. Sometimes mundane, sometimes highly physical. I mean, sometimes we lose soldiers every day. So when we sign on up and we say, hey, we just wrote the government a blank check that means up to and including our lives, we're not lying. I found myself in plenty of situations like that. I've lost really close friends while I was overseas doing things and serving my country. And I still maintain a lot of my connections with those that are still with us. Very oftenly remembering those that we lost. Um, but as concerns like for life skills and bringing me, and growing up into it, it was another life. I mean, really, I spent years in there, multiple combat tours in South Korea for a year. You just learn things. You learn to look outside the box, outside of the bubble that you grew in your local communities. You get to see everything in a world perspective on how even one individual's actions can affect not just a community, it could affect a population, it can affect a country. Um, it just helped me broaden those horizons and look at things in a much more bigger macro picture versus just inside my own little world individually of what's going to affect just me and that sort of thing. And then also take the world a lot more seriously when it comes to things like voting, uh, politics, and self-governing, being involved in your others. I mean, I could go on about the things that I learned and about my was in there. The bottom line is just I'm a better person.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's honestly something definitely a lot of people can't do, and it definitely changes one's life when you go through it. It can be one up to as long as how many years you've done it, and it will change you for the better and worse, no matter what. So
Yeah,
yeah.
the better and the worse. I'm glad that you said that because there's
Mhm.
it's I mean it's a traumatic situation whether you see combat or not. Just the the preparation needed to get involved in anything like that. It can cause dependency issues, drugs, alcohol. It can cause relationship issues with significant with family and friends.
Mhm.
Physically, even just maintaining that level this can tear your body apart in ways. So you got to learn how to take care of yourself. And if you don't, it years to really feel those consequences. So I'm glad that I really asserted, hardened my will, learned how to take care of myself, eat healthy, take care of my personal and difficult one to deal with my relationships with family, with friends, with that was adjust. Taking a lot of steps towards kind of combat relationships.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Jesse and I thank you for your service and just
Yes.
anybody that has been in the military as well. So yeah, I had a grandpa who was in the military a long time ago, and then I have a friend who's training to be in the military. I forgot which force, but yeah, it's definitely a great honor to talk to somebody about. So yeah.
They, no problem,
Uh,
man.
yeah. Somebody in the comment sections on a Facebook group had said from Dustin Aunbay from the Bullybrand clothing says Garrisaon Creed is on some big things.
Hopefully, and they
Mm-hmm.
continue to keep getting bigger and better, my man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. All right, I'll let you go, Jesse.
All right. So has anybody from like WWE, have they ever contacted you? No, no one.
I
Oh, they
haven't
should.
heard anything from there. I've reached out for extra work and things of that such, but I've never made much for contacts over there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
that seems
bummer.
to be the going thing when there's talent out there and they kind of overlook it and they bring in somebody else.
I mean, they're a worldwide brand. I can the rest of professional wrestling field right now is so saturated. It's you'd have to stand out on an incredible level for them to seek you out. And again, because of so much talent, they don't have to seek you out. If they're seeking you out, you're incredible. You're amazing. But for the most part, all the talent is seeking out the WWE or
Mm-hmm.
the rest, the HR, or anybody in the office at all. Hell,
For sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't do it as much. I am older than most people. I mean, if I'm the individuals that are in my age bracket that the WWE does bring in, they're bringing in name value, and they've already been in the business for like 15 or so years, and they're bringing in a much more monetary value to the company just in their name on a banner. Than say, Garrisaon Creed here. Not saying that I'm not elder boost into putting in that effort to build my own name value up, but I already
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, definitely over the years they have brought in some good talents, and they quite recently, as of like 2019, they've brought in like Petey Brown and Bill Williams, and I can't think of others, but yeah, there's definitely a lot of good guys, and hopefully you can either make that list or even I know AEW is doing the dark matches now too, so it's a lot of
there's that as well.
opportunity. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, as long as you're comfortable with where you're at right now, that counts the most. So,
Oh, right.
uh,
And I'm not saying that I'm not trying to get on that level. I just don't see WWE as a destination for me, a fit for me. A place like AEW, maybe perhaps. And I've sent a couple of emails and talked to a few people. NWA, we already talked about that. And I would definitely like to see some of my overseas options. I would love to go over and work in England. New Japan and All Japan are destination spots I would love to go work for. If I can just get a month AAA down in Mexico, I mean that would be astounding to be able to do. So I mean, WWE isn't the be all end all. Anybody can still have a wonderful and fruitful career in professional wrestling. They just have to carve their own.
Right.
yeah, yeah. I think, yeah, as a few years ago, people really thought that WWE is like the best thing ever, and if you don't make it there, you didn't really fulfill your career. But I mean, now we've got AEW, but we've always had like the ROH and Impact in Japan.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a lot of ways to get over in wrestling.
Absolutely, of course.
Yeah, yeah. Talk about your face paint inspiration.
Already did. I was in the military. That's
Oh yeah.
what I did. I did urban. I specialized in a lot of urban operations. So I did. That's where the urban face paint comes from. I try. I don't put it on as thick as I did in service. I still want them to kind of see who I am, but at the same
Mm.
time, hey, it's to all the times I spent overseas and all the missions that I did, good and bad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true too. Because but it's, yeah, just cool that you're able to incorporate your past life into your wrestling career as well. So yeah.
Right. I
Yeah.
want the people to see who I am. I don't want to go on out there and put on some bejeweled jacket and some fancy sunglasses and slick my hair back in some sort of way. No, I want people to see me for who I am, a real, true soldier, a true warrior that came up, that took my hits out of the trenches of warfare. I know how it is to have that grit in your belly, to bite your booster and do things that a lot of people do. Want to whenever I'm in the ring. So when you see me, you see some guy portraying a military guy or a military contractor, you're seeing you're seeing a person who's done that, how brutal it can be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. All right. Oh, you go, Jesse.
All right, so we already know somewhat of your military past. Do you like do any nonprofit work for like wounded warriors and stuff like that, or not really?
Well, first, Wounded Warrior Project isn't a nonprofit, so
Okay.
I would work with them. Um, I haven't done anything more than any local level. I was part. When I was up in Wisconsin, I was part of my VFW and my American Legion. I would do a couple of local tournaments and fish fries, raise some money that way. But nothing too incredibly large level. I would rather keep it small if I did do anything,
Right.
just so that way I can be out there and shake the guys that maybe just put back and thank you for what you did.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, even just the little that you've done is pretty cool as well. So yeah.
I I went through all the stuff that I did, came back, and I just went goal and the next level, and it really changes when you're just kind of have one of those days where things the world really slows down around you. You don't let your whistle at a low. I get a beer and I just start talking to some either a bartender or a random. And we get to talking of all each other's life experiences and you sit back and go, damn, I did do a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
When you kind of when you start getting these little gray hairs in your chin. So
oh yeah.
I've been very very lucky and fortunate with all the things that I've done in my life. I give a lot of credit to just that hard work and elbow grease that was needed. And again, like you asked, how what was my military service like? It made me into the man that I am today. And if at the very least, I can be proud of that.
For sure.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good way to put it. What do you think you have improved on every single year of your career?
Storytelling, going on in there and getting that crowd invested. I'm a firm believer in that real sells. Real puts asses in seats, and just letting people know uh, that when like I just told you before, when I'm in that ring, you're not getting a character. You're not getting somebody who's acting. You're getting Garrisaon Creed, the real thing. And I'm hoping like podcasts and interviews like this, my own live stream series that I did some time ago, the shooting range. If you go back and check that out, those were real stories. I mean, that was the grit that I went through, the losses, the serious talks that I had, all the talk about the mental health. These are things that the people to see. I want them to get personally invested in me, so that when they come on up to me at a show, they check out my merchandise, my shot vests, and my T-shirts, and then then they break down and say, hey, brother when he served overseas, or my cousin's over there right now, and I'm really hoping for the best for him and things like that nature. Connection with these people. I want that connection with these people. I want to let them know that I was there and that I can relate to what they have. Just so that way that, and then they, for a moment, move away from the reality of the world and see what I got to do with them and entertain them.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'll let you go, Jesse.
All right. So I'm sure you get this at Ohio Valley Wrestling a lot from fans that are want to try to train to become a professional wrestler. What advice would you give them?
Find a legitimate school. There are an incredible amount of wrestling facilities out there, expensive ones, cheap ones. I mean, you can find them at all schools. Check out the work of the guy running the school. If he's gone and done things for overseas, work for NWA, work for WWE, if he's got a successful resume, he's probably going to show you a thing or two that's going to be, very fruitful. If the guy hasn't traveled outside of miles of his hometown and he only works at the same bar once every month and he's trying to get $100 out of you every month to show up and roll around in his ring, you're probably going to learn diddly squat. So make sure that you're an actual school that has a legitimate trainer, has a legitimate network of established guys, has a good resume themselves of successful individuals that have been on either the independents or in the larger main companies. If you're going to go, it's a full-on investment in you. So make sure that you're invested in the proper training and go on crap and possibly hurt somebody. So you definitely do your research and go to a school that has good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of wrestling schools, we bring it up a lot, but one school that has resurfaced now is the Academy School of Wrestling or Pro Wrestling with Mr. Anderson, and they've probably produced some of the best wrestlers in the Minnesota and Midwest area. And just looking at Dante Martin,
I couldn't be much more prouder of Dante and Darius right now. They're outstanding and great attitudes, always positive, very hard workers, and I'm tickled pink at all the stuff that they're doing and the opportunities that they're making for themselves.
Yeah.
Ken's school is one of the best in the areas, and that's one that I highly recommend to anybody out of the Western Wisconsin or the Minnesota area if they do want to pursue professional wrestling as a career.
Yeah. They've done so much, and I think they recently became partners with MEW Wrestling as well. So
yes, they have, and that's also tied to Steel Domain Wrestling as well.
Yeah. I guess they pretty much have a partnership at this time with the cross promotion events that they've had over the years. So
successful ones, I may add.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Pete King says, how does APW US title match against Zach Neo sound whenever I get a set date?
I mean, the majority of my shirts and all my merchandise, my logos say mercenary at the top. You want to pay me to come on in and punch somebody in the face? I don't care if they're carrying a title or not. I'm down. Let's just talk numbers and make it happen.
Oh yeah, Creed's up for any challenge. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Who inspires your wrestling moveset?
I try my best of abilities to not copy anybody's stuff. It ends up happening. I mean, there's no move out there that hasn't been done before. I try to lean back on what happens, what I do organically in the ring. What would I actually do? Anything I do in the ring would likely be something I would do in a bar fight. And I try to keep it that way. I do have an extensive background. I'm not going to go into specifics of it in various types of martial arts and ground fighting techniques. So I hope that you can actually pick out and see a lot of that when I am in the ring. But as for like any particular person, I try to stay with other people's stuff. I don't want to steal anything. I want to do everything myself. If I am taking somebody else move or anything like that, I'm going to try and change it and own it and make it my own. So that way you don't see anything exactly what Garrisaon Creed's doing, and you don't see Garrisaon Creed doing what other people are doing.
Yeah. Just watching you in the ring, you definitely got a unique move set to your repertoire, and you've definitely it's what makes. It's just unique style, and it's cool to see you in the ring, and fans enjoy it very much. So, yeah.
Right, and it's simple. I mean, really, at the end of the day, they just want to see this guy punch somebody in the face. And well, my finger Susie's always ready to go, so just put me in the right direction.
Oh yeah. All right. Oh, you go, Jesse.
All right, this will be a last question, then we'll let Garrisaon get going. I know that you've had a busy few weeks, so we want you to rest up and relax. And we're just going to shoot something out to you right now. Whenever Stephanie is ready to come on to the show, we will hold a date for her to come on. That you got our word on that.
Sylvia Faye.
Say
we will definitely hold something. So, okay, last question is, what is your take on a wrestler that is supposed to be advertised for an event and they don't show?
Shit, oh, luck on them. That's a very unprofessional in my book. I've only had it happen once to myself. Extenuating circumstances, and I couldn't get there. I made sure to reach out to along the line of preventing me from getting there. So we moved plenty. Show still kind of eats at me because I like having. I think with the operating location thing that I use,
right.
I mean, these last 2 weeks alone, I'm in Nashville for a couple of days. I'm in Lexington, Kentucky, then Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, then Duluth, Minnesota, and I made them. I made them all. Like the traveling isn't an issue. I make it happen. So if you're going to give a promoter your word that hey, we'll be there, I'll be there.
Yeah, definitely a good way to put it. Just one more thing. You got an event for sure coming up at the end of the month for Steel Domain Wrestling, and we get the poster up. But do you have any thoughts about your match at Steel Domain on April 29th?
Well, I mean, as soon as that hand came on down for that 3 count, and I was crowned your new Steel Domain heavyweight champion, Niles Planck decided to show up and throw. I don't blame him. The guy thinks he's got my number. He's very smart. Thinks he's very experienced. But we're going to go right back to it. I don't think he's got the grip to keep up. April 20th. When you show up run the place, and I'm hoping if you give him all the credit, I am hoping that he brings his best game. So I have to step up and still win that.
Yeah, definitely an interesting character, but I think you can pull it off. I don't know if Niles has a chance, but I mean he has been doing pretty good as of late. So yeah.
Well, he can be a wily individual. So I mean, I'm not going to look past him. Sure, he's going to come on out. I mean, seconds after I won that title, he came on out and challenged me. And the 29th, he's going to. May have not been the best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Yep. Alrighty. Yeah, so fans out there, I know we recapped it, but Garrisaon Creed versus Niles Plunk, April 29th, the Bloomington Event Center, Knights of Columbus for Steel Domain Wrestling. So if you're in the area or want to take the drive down there, it'll definitely be an awesome show. So
if you want to see this mercenary punch a pompous wine connoisseur in the face, you'd show up.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Yeah. Thank you for being on, Garrison. It's awesome talking to you for the first time on the show. And yeah. Can't wait for more of your stuff.
We'll definitely have Garrison back on again for sure.
Back on the scene and making moves, man. And I have no intention of slowing down anytime soon.
All right. We'll get a hold of you when we get some dates and make sure we get you filled in.
All right. Awesome. Thank you guys for having me on.
You're welcome.
All right.
Have a good night,
Have
Garrison.
a nice night. All right. And live is ended.